permission again. Looks like it's fine.
Technical difficulties.
All right, technical issues are over. We're set to go. 11 minutes to go in the first period. Trenton driving to the goal and trying to stuff it by the West Michigan goalie Holden Foose from Big Rapids. Couldn't do it. West Michigan, the varsity in the beige uniforms, and Trenton in the black. Trenton lost 10-7 earlier today on the East Rink here at Griff's Ice House at Belknap Park to Northern Michigan United. Meanwhile, West Michigan fell 4-0 to Michigan Steel, so both teams eager to not go into the evening with no wins in this Oktoberfest showcase. We're on the West Rink now. Maneuvering to the outside, Natividad. Just to behind, Packard was stripped of the puck, and Trenton can clear up the near side, and out it goes. Regathered by Graham Burker of Forest Hills Northern and Eastern. Natividad from Byron Center, trying to work his way through center ice. And here he comes again. Lost command of the puck. Taken away by Jackson Sladich. Sladich up the wall. On his off-wing side, let the shot go. Went over the top of Holden Foose, who watched it sail over his head. Burker distributes onto Michael Mead. His backhand pass intercepted at center by the on-rushing Van Kitchen. Kitchen shooting. That's blocked by Burker in the right face-off circle. Still available. Kitchen lassos it and maneuvers back out to center. Saucer pass back into the grasp of Pavlovsky, and his attempted play ahead was deflected off the rink by Thatcher Bedoin of Bay Reps. Okay, so we got it all situated.
Yeah, he said it was working.
Sometimes you come back and things aren't working so well after a little break. Happens for humans, happens for computers apparently, on top of that. Big thanks to the Burger family for helping to put on the show today for the final broadcast. And different perspective, different rink here on the west side of this facility. Also the practice home of the Grand Rapids Griffins, home of the Griffins Youth Foundation hockey teams. Swerving into Jackson Bulmer all the way in, he scores! Jackson Bulmer, he scored a few goals here before. The Rockford senior lights the lamp with 9:14 left in the first. And West Michigan Varsity has their first goal of the tournament. Bulmer all the way, essentially himself. Down the ice he went, and he whipped the shot past Kitchen on the short side. And it's 1-0. Back in are the West Michigan Varsity. Right to the goal goes Vollmer, trying for a second. He was denied by Kitchen from point-blank range. Very similar look to that run. So here's Trenton back the other way. Logan Stone serves it on right wing to Van Kitchen. He set sail, dropped it back, Stone shot. Save made by Foose. One-on-one opportunity, and Trenton denied the tying goal. Lewandowski trying to cut inside. Lewandowski from Caledonia checked off the puck into the near corner, and the dish back to the point. Unable to be controlled by Harrison Heller of Traverse City West. A couple of Traverse City area high schoolers on this West Michigan varsity team. Not even counting Thatcher Bedoin, who plays for Bay Reps, also from up north. Turnover, 2-on-0 potentially, over to Lewandowski, scores! Ty Lewandowski hammers it up under the crossbar, and it's 2-0. West Michigan, 8:10 to go in the first. 2 goals, 1 minute and 4 seconds apart. Great pass from Drew Davison into the wheelhouse of Lewandowski, and Ty roofed it to double the lead. Ended up being a 2-on-0. Sometimes those can be awkward, though. You don't know whether you should definitely pass it or look off your teammate and fire it yourself. Can lead to overthinking. Cutting in Tanner Kovic, dropped it off. So now Noah Kitchen, the sophomore goalie for Trenton, has been beaten a couple of times as we approach the midway point of the first period. Meanwhile, Holden Foose held his own on that partial breakaway just before West Michigan doubled its lead. Centering play, and Kovic couldn't take the pass cleanly for Mark Braden. Braden plays for Grand Haven, the Buccaneers. Kovic for Sparta. Kovic interested in law, banking, and finance, for those of you college coaches watching tonight's stream. Braden's a STEM major, or wants to be a STEM major once he gets to college. Cooper Rowan from behind the goal for East Grand Rapids. Leaves it on near wing, and it's bunted right back in his direction, so he circles back. Feeds on to Kovic in front of the West Michigan bench. Kovic patiently at his own blue line, under 7 to go in the first period. West Michigan striking twice in just over a minute. Minute and 4 seconds to be exact. Kovic out of the corner, end of a long shift for him. He takes a piece of the Trenton defender that's slated. Meanwhile, the pass out to Rowling, rips the shot, and a blocker stopped by Kitchen. He punched it out to the far wing, and Trenton clears the rest of the way. But that is an icing call as the puck bobbled all the way down after the clearing attempt by Brian Wright. Brady Penny leans in to take the face off. Plays for the Kalamazoo co-op squad. West Michigan wins the draw, but play broken up at the half boards, and Logan Stone fires it out to center. Pavlovsky to the middle of the ice, mishandled there. West Michigan's Packard breaks back in, put it in his own skates, protecting, and lost control. Bursting out of the zone, Van Kitchen, 2-on-2 for Trenton. And the Blades, Kitchen fires it in. Speaking of Kitchen, the Blades are coached by Charles Kitchen, West Michigan Varsity, headed up by Phil Sweeney. Shimmy move and a turnover. Coming out of their own end, Van Kitchen picks it off for Trenton, shoots it high off the glass, rebound bouncing puck, unable to be put on net, and face-off coming up in West Michigan territory as the net is off its moorings with 5:42 remaining in the first. Off the draw, Graham Burka reverses the flow of play. Far side Vollmer, cross rink pass, too far for Meade. Held in at the line though by James Walker of Forest Hill Central. Walker closes, put it in the skates of Meade, side of the net. Vollmer, who scored the first goal for West Michigan, couldn't stuff it by Kitchen this time. to the point and kept there. Walking in, Natividad. The play over to Packard for a shot, and that goes high and wide. Oh, a turnover and a breakaway upcoming for Brennan Zajac. Here he comes, fire, save, Foose, rebound, bounced over Zajac's stick at the bottom edge of the right circle. Zajac, who scored in the 10-7 loss for Trenton just a couple of hours ago on the other rink here. Lost control this time, so a couple of big saves from Foose. Packard slices in, shoots, save Kitchen, who pushed across, got a piece of it with his blocker hand. Out to the line, and West Michigan's got to retreat to regroup. Heller lays it on over. Vollmer deep in his own end, burrows into the corner, then comes out with the puck. Vollmer right down the middle. Clean zone entry, no, never mind. Spoke too soon, it's offside against West Michigan. 2-0 WMV in the early going. Goals for Vollmer and Lewandowski. Also an assist awarded to Griff Davison in Traverse City Central. Thatcher Bedoin tilted the puck into the corner from back behind the net. Lewandowski trying to center, couldn't do it. He knocked over Sladich though. This play continues on right under our broadcast location. Lewandowski takes it, centers it, and it was an attempted pass, I think, that bounced wide from Bedoin. Didn't really shoot that toward the net, but it still almost ricocheted in. Lewandowski coming off that great setup. Couldn't make the play this time as he was stripped by Sladich, but Bedoin takes it right back. Wires it across. Good move from Jackson Vollmer out by the point. Vollmer skips it back to the other side. Closing and shooting is Heller, and it's gloved and held by Noah Kitchen. And he stops play with 3:41 left in the first. Thanks for those of you who tuned in early and hung with us as we went from no audio to no video either. Got it all set up after that. Sometimes you just got to turn it off and turn it back on. The IT folks always tell us. Bump coming to the zone, Davison. That means Sladich lost his stick. He kicks it along, but right to Lewandowski. He cuts it and grips the shot. That was a hard one, but got nothing but glass. Davison behind the goal, 22 in beige. With that brown helmet, pitching in the middle to the purple helmet of Lewandowski, poked off his stick. Nice move from Harrison Heller to get in deep. Banked it back low, and it's away from the reach of Jackson Vollmer. Couldn't corral it. And holding Foose will in front of his net. Held the puck for a brief moment and played it away with the big goal stick. Trenton pinning in West Michigan momentarily. Vollmer goes down in the heap in the face-off circle. Wants a call, won't get a call. No penalties yet in this game. Play broken up at the red line. Van Kitchen rings it ahead into the West Michigan zone. Out by the blue line, taken by Lopez and spun around, but he's got a whistle and a stoppage in play as one of the West Michigan players was hurt. Doubled over Drew Davison, it looks like. Might have gotten caught up under the chin strap with a stick, perhaps. My best guess. It'll be a penalty. Trenton there. The penalty call was 2:33 right in the first period. First power play of the game for either team. Didn't catch the number. I'll wait for the scoreboard to light up, but looking at the high stick call, and it is Peck. Freshman forward from Woodhaven High School. Power play underway for West Michigan, but turned over by Heller and gunned down the length of the rink by Trenton. Logan Swears took care of that. The puck batted around in the West Michigan zone. Here they come. Vollmer leading the charge again. Vollmer drags, power move behind the goal. Looking to pass it. Connects on to Packard, does knee. Packard Mead and Bulmer, the Rockford trio out there on the power play. Backside pass, score! Michael Mead rips it under the crossbar on the pass from Packard, and it's 3-0, 1:51 left in the first. It's a PPG for WMV. Mead from Packard, they've been dangerous so far, and they connect here to make it a 3-0 advantage. Perfect shot from a prime scoring area. West Michigan Varsity determined to not go into the night 0-2. They've got a head start, although Trenton did trail by 3 to Northern Michigan United earlier today and then rallied back to tie in the second period. Keep that in mind, they can score some goals, even if they've given up quite a few in this showcase already. It's Oktoberfest from Griff's Ice House at Belknap Park. Trenton can't get out of the zone, it's turned over. Miles T, cross-ring through, big slapper from Rowan, missed everything. Caroms hard off the end boards, and right to a blade, that's Cameron Rowe, who pumps it 200 feet down for an icing with 1:03 remaining in the first period. We've got games going on both rinks at the moment. Across the way, and the youth rink, Traverse Stars are playing Northern Michigan. Second with game 5. We also saw Michigan Steel play Oakland over there at 5:30. Big slapper from Rowan again. He's firing the puck for sure from the blue line. Rowan speeds it across to his deep partner's shot, deflected off Kitchen, side of the goal, and Kovic couldn't quite turn it on net. That shot came through from Gavin Morris at East Kentwood, in front of the net, lassoed by Walker. That long reach, Walker leans in, has a man open in front. Trenton having some trouble covering at the net front. 33 seconds to go in the period. Walker over to Kovic, scans the scene, shoots off Kitchen's glove, bouncing in front and right back into the paraphernalia of Kitchen. And Noah Kitchen bounces on that loose puck at 26 seconds to go in the period. Walker getting the assignment at the face-off dot against Logan Stone of Trenton. They tie up. Puck bounces free right in front of us. Bodies collide. Brayton bumping with Cameron Rowe. Rowe wins that battle and lifts it off the glass. Weirdly rolling in on Holden Foose with 13 seconds left. Knocks it along to Rowan, crossing over, getting his legs moving. Feeds it all the way to the weak side to Walker. 4 seconds left. Walker's shot was blocked, and Sladich gets there to tie him up as the buzzer sounds. Ending period number 1. So 3 goals for West Michigan in that first period to take them to an early advantage. Goal scored by Volmer, Lewandowski, and Michael Mead, the last of those on the power play. Back in a couple of minutes for period number 2, right here from the Oktoberfest Showcase. Stay with us. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Sometimes it's free software and it glitches on me. So I just closed it and opened it. Didn't miss any goals. That was nice. fairly limited bench for Trenton, just counting the available players on the bench when it's 5-on-5 play, and just 5 skaters for Coach Kitchen. Meanwhile, for West Michigan, count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 available. Of course, this is essentially a home game for West Michigan Varsity. There should be 6 available skaters for Trenton on the bench, but West Michigan's got exactly twice the depth available to them. So they're going to try to lean on that as we go into period number 2. Noah Kitchen helps it along. Trenton Blades get the clear. West Michigan now attacking the goal farthest from us. Clear up the near boards, hit the referee, but bounce right to Davison. No harm, no foul. Davison down the left wing. Davison left it back to Bedoin. Off for Berker's shot on one leg, and that hit a stick. Ricocheted into the far corner from the near boards. The Blades looking for an avenue to escape their own zone. Stone, junior from Wyandotte. Up the far wall, and out it goes. Plucked there by Natividad. Laid it ahead. Lewandowski, one of the goal scorers in this game. Natividad carries in. And the Byron Center Bulldog finessed it below the goal line. Berker couldn't quite keep it alive on his backhand side in the middle of the ice. And Natividad downshifts, looks for an option. Spins away from the forechecking pressure of Van Kitchen. And all of a sudden, the seas part. Here he comes, right down the middle, backhand save made by Noah Kitchen on the opportunity for Aiden Natividad. Icing the call against Trenton. Golden Foose remains in net for West Michigan. Looked like Lee Laporte was available if needed. 2 goalies on the roster. Laporte was, I thought, really good against Michigan Steel this morning, despite the 4-0 final in favor of the Steel. Stopped quite a few point-blank chances. The face-off control back to Jackson Vollmer. Takes the space, shoots it, save Kitchen, and no rebound of relevance. Brady Penny was there if there was a loose puck. 13:31 to go in the second period. Played this period at even strength totally. Wrister from distance by Heller. Stick save made by Kitchen behind the goal. Penny centering, had a man wide open. That was Mead, but it didn't connect. It was deflected away. Heller wristed, and pad save again by Kitchen. Behind the goal, Mead centering. Looking out in front for Penny. It was broken up, but not cleared. Held in right on the blue line by Vollmer to the bottom of the face-off circle. Left it for Packard. Back to Vollmer. These Rockford Rams working that chemistry. Mead forced it back. Heller closing, firing. Glove save, Kitchen, and he holds on. Harrison Heller looks like quite the player. Senior for Traverse City West. Interested in playing at the junior level, but also in finance. He gets into an institution of higher education to his liking. Be interested in that. Vollmer takes it off the wall. Explosive move to the forehand, and he missed the goal just outside the right post. Nearly a second goal for Jackson Vollmer, who broke the ice in the first. Heller kicks it to his stick. Left it on the wing. Packard over skated. West Michigan's got to go fish. Vollmer, a stutter step move. Cross ring pass to Mead, right back into the path of Vollmer, but he couldn't control it. Vollmer gets in after it. Looking in front, he has Mead and Packard. Vollmer hooked a pass toward the middle, broken up, and numbers if Trenton can rush. Here they come 3-on-2, but good back check right through the middle by Brady Penny to break that up. Second game of the day for both teams. Penny, lefty shot, lets it rip, glove save Kitchen, and he keeps it. Well, when it hasn't been a point-blank chance, Kitchen has been sharp. Evan Kelly got the start earlier today against Northern Michigan and allowed the 10 goals in net. High-scoring, wild loss earlier today for the Trenton Blades. And a face-off win again for West Michigan. Rowan spun it back against the grain, broken up. Logan Stone's on it. Stone's cross-ring pass away from the reach of Braden Pett. And so the Blades have to restart. Van Kitchen. In front of the West Michigan bench, Sladich looking up ahead for Kitchen. Didn't connect. Kitchen took a little whack at Cooper Rowan. Play continues on up the ice. Gavin Morse. Play near side. Kovic coming off the boards. Good pass, but just missing on the one-timer. Miles Teague. That might have been deflected on the way to him. But again, it's Kovic. You have the white helmet and the white pants of Sparta. Rowan with the gold helmet, signifying East Grand Rapids. Left behind, stolen by Teague. Tries to turn it in front. Save made behind the back pass attempt by Braden. That was broken up. Try to go through his own legs. Back out in front. Braden hunting the loose puck after Teague couldn't get it. And pumped all the way down in front of us by Trenton for an icing call. 10:36 remaining in the second. We had two shutouts to start this show, Gates. 4-0 winners with Michigan Steel against West Michigan Varsity. And then a 5-0 win for Logan Junior Grizzlies against the Traverse City Stars. Passing it across is Drew Davison. Davison gets to it in his right wing corner. Head up, but he fanned on the pass. And so Trenton forced it to center. Davison gave it right away. Played right back through the stick of Natividad, so no icing. Pulls up, dropped it there for Walker. Wings it across, Lewandowski, plenty of room to gallop. Tyler Lewandowski shooting from a sharp angle, and it ends up in the protective netting on the near side wall. Just under 10 to play in the second period. It's our final game of the night. Only game of the night on this rink. We had some youth hockey going on all day over here, and then a public skate after that. West Michigan controls the draw again. They've had more than their share of those. Walker nudged it across. Instead, Lewandowski ducking down the wall, and a move inside. Save made by Kitchen. Rebound. Score! Following up, Drew Davison pops the water bottle off the top of the net, and it's 4-0. 9:39 to go in the second. First goal of the period. Davison, his first of the weekend, second point. Lewandowski gets the assist. And a few angry players on that Trenton bench. It's now 14 goals allowed in less than 5 total periods so far today. And here comes West Michigan again. Harrison Heller leaning in, protecting the puck on his backhand side. Still doing that all the way in his strong side corner. Heller backs out though as Trenton has the ability to clear, and they do. Zajac dubs it ahead. Shot goes over the top against Holden Foose. No shots on net yet in this period for Trenton. Nearly 6 minutes into it. But grabbed at center by Logan Stone. Here he comes, trying to change that on his backhand, pulling up. Left it behind, though. A sliding play from Bulmer to get in there and disrupt the odd man rush. On with it, Packard, right to the goal. Swivels in behind, whacked out of the air, and off the goaltender, Kitchen, and it hops out to center. Michael Mead nearly connected for his second goal tonight. But not to be. Bulmer gets his legs moving all the way down the right wing wall. Tried to get it into the middle. Mead following on. So is Penny. Broken up, and we go the other way. On the right wing, a shot. Foose the save on Van Kitchen, and he absorbs it in his belly pad with 8:18 to go in the period. Second period, that is. Mark Braden to face off against Brennan Zajac. And they end up canceling at the face-off dot. Out with it. Tanner Kovic. Down the left wing. Kovic has a man open on the far side. Got it to him, but it deflected behind him. That was Miles Teague. The two white-helmeted guys on the ice right now for West Michigan. Miles Teague is a sophomore who's going to play for Granville, interested in aviation. Parker snaps a pass off of Trenton State. It's over to Gavin Morris, also interested in aviation. A hot new job, I guess. We do have the Aviation Academy over by the airport. Just saw that after returning home from the trip last weekend. Behind his own goal, Teague, dangerous emergence, but he controls the puck briefly. He's got it away from his net. Now dumped back by Cam Zadek, but taken away by Teague. West Michigan survives disjointed breakout action in their own end. They get it out, now they're on the loose puck. And Braden got around one man, threw it right to the front, and Morris couldn't jab it by. Kitchen couldn't get a stick on it on the bouncing puck, had to try to stick a fork in it. Easier said than done. Burker to Kovic in close quarters. Burker, good breakout pass on the far side to Morris, his fellow defender. Morris, though, couldn't get around the long reach of Van Kitchen, who I think would qualify as Trenton's best player so far. Van Kitchen on the move. High shot, gloved and held by Foose. And he stops the music with 6:37 left in the second period. 4-0 West Michigan advantage. The only goal of this period scored by Davison. Senior forward for Traverse City Central. And on cue, he's out there to take this draw. Natividad lays it up ahead. Lewandowski pushing it deep, trying to use the width of the rink. Davison follows on to the loose puck. Near side boards, Cooper Rowan keeps it alive down the half wall, intercepted. Here comes Kitchen. Jersey flapping in the breeze. Couldn't get it past the defense of Natividad. Stone emerges, shoots, and again taken right in the chest by Holden Foose. The puck actually ended up inside his blocker glove. Interesting spot for it. Happens sometimes. Many ways to freeze the puck. That's one of them. Davison wins it at the dot against Stone. High flip from Rowan, but right into the middle, picked off and pushed across on the centering pass after Fragoso gloved down that clear. Rowan trying again, and he leads the attack this time, but his shot was blocked off a Trenton skate. Trenton Blades Hockey Club in here for 3 games. Davison pulls free with a smooth deke and an aerial pass that was deflected. Wasn't intended to be an aerial pass, but it ended up that way. Lewandowski leaves it. Closing, Thatcher Bedoin. Stripped of the puck, though, on the far wall, but he got it right back. Bedoin takes a bump from behind. Play continues on. Snap pass ahead. Can't be handled by Trenton. Instead, Harrison Heller parades it back in to the middle. Bedoin just overskated it, but good back pressure from West Michigan, making life difficult for Trenton with 5 minutes to go in the period. Cross ring pass away from the reach of Fragoso. He's a sophomore at Dearborn Divine Child. Behind the goal and punching around. 3 there by Stone, trying to stuff it in against Foose. I'm not sure that shot ever got through. Packard leads the counterattack down the left wing. Packard run off. Strong check from Sladich. Players tie up. Sladich falls down on top of one of the West Michigan players, and he's on top of the puck, and that's the reason for the whistle. least I thought he was on top of the puck. So there might be a penalty called from that situation. But we're going to have one each. Sladich for Trenton and Packard for West Michigan. Might not even affect the play on the ice. Nope, looks like it's going to remain 5-on-5. We're at Griff's Ice House at Belknap. Opened in 1997. Side of the net, Walker tried to jam it by. Didn't work out. 5-on-5 play continues. Wrister from the middle, blocked down. Penny gets it back, tried to shoot it. Walker collects on his backhand, and he sent it just wide. Maybe caught a piece of the right post. Big bodied line here. Michael Mead, great move to the circle, and a high shot. Tried to go short side, but he misfired. Pitching in Heller, taking the puck, feeding it into the corner for Walker. Two try to work the board game over there. Walker has the puck loose, feeds it to Heller, dropped it over to Walker, wristing low, padded out by Kitchen. No trouble, but the cycle continues for West Michigan. Again, a slip move from Mead, and he shot it along the ice, but he just missed. Again, connecting inside that right post. Mead, hopping on his skates, gets behind the goal. He's got some jump tonight. Michael Mead, cross rink, looking for Penny, but it's deflected away from him as he was right at the bottom of the right circle, waiting for the one-timer. Walker stuffs it to the front. Stepping up Gavin Morris to try to play it into the Kitchen. And speaking of kitchens, it's off the goaltender Kitchen and away to the near side. It's Kitchen's Kitchen right in front. Vollmer almost casually protecting the puck and heads off for a line change. High shot from Morse is handled in the glove of Noah Kitchen. And he stops play with 2:59 remaining in the second. Pretty much puck possession domination for West Michigan in this game. They lost 4-0 in the opener this morning. Game that started at 11 a.m. on the East Rink. But different rink, different story this evening. They're trying to keep the clamps down on Trenton, not give the Blades any reason to believe. Blades scored 7 earlier today, but so far held off the score sheet. Van Kitchen, down the wall, lost control of the puck as he tried to pull it toward the middle on his forehand. Teague runs into a man, tries the puck loose. Kovic taps it over to Braden. West Michigan is onside. Kovic follows on, but the puck away from him, and it skitters over in front of the West Michigan bench. That's where Teague re-enters. Teague thought about a drop pass. It was redirected. Natividad follows on, right to the front of the goal, and his shot deflects wide. Perhaps the goaltender Kitchen got a piece of it. Toss to the front of the net. Kitchen makes a save on a rebound. And the puck ends up in behind the net. Kept in at the blue line by Graham Verker. Ladles it across to Natividad. Great spin move at the point to lose his check. Natividad passing down low. Backhand feed, left side, and broken up. And cleared all the way for an icing against Trenton. Remaining in the second period. Again, no long intermissions here, just a couple of minutes in between frames. Great to be with you on a Saturday night. Hockey season in full flight already in the state of Michigan. Regardless of the level you're talking about. Davison ready to go after the face-off, but hold on a second. Noah Kitchen is working on an equipment issue. The Trenton goalie trying to fix something. I can't quite tell. He's being screened out by Ty Lewandowski, excuse me. He's reaching into his right leg pad. His Kitchen looks like he's all set to at least get to the end of the period. Then further check on it on the bench after the second is over. Davison wins the draw cleanly on his backhand side. Bedoin, hesitation move, slap shot, just missed to the right side of the net. A slow shot from Bedoin. Snapper from Davison into the trapper of Kitchen with 1:40 left. Getting close to 9 o'clock. First day of the two-day showcase. Score! Sharp angle goal from Davison. And he barely even reacted to it. He put it up under the bar. Another high shot beats Kitchen. And again, it's a short side goal for West Michigan. 2 goals in the period for Davison, who won that face-off. Puck stayed right there in the circle. And it's 5-0. That's a sniper's goal right there. Picking a corner when it didn't appear possible from that angle. We'll get it over the shoulder of Kitchen and right under the bar. He stuck that shot. Did Drew Davison. Impressive player. Takes the lead pass. Looking for the hat trick now, but he dropped it off. Lewandowski closing for a shot. Ricochets off Kitchen, off the end wall, and nearly bounced in behind him, but he was sharp to knock it away. With 1:20 left in the period. Dish back by Cameron Rowe. Intercepted at center by Bedoin. Spins it back onto the stick of Rowan. Rowan to Morse. Angle play off the boards. Lewandowski of Caledonia. Under a minute to play in the period. Bedoin plays it to open space. Catches up to it. Against Sladich. Bedoin to the front of the net. Ricocheted away from Davison. Puck's just following Davison in this period, but he lost control there. And roped in by Trenton. And Rowe, but he's got to try to recover. Instead, it'll be Brennan Zajac shooting ahead. Broken up immediately by West Michigan. Lead pass, Jonah Packard. On his backhand, gets a return feed from Meade, right between the circles, shooting, and it's deflected over the high glass, out of play into the screen, with 24 seconds left before the break. Another clean face-off win, this time from Brady Penny. Shot from the point, save made. Turning transfer, Penny turned away by Kitchen. Harrison Heller put that puck on net to cause some more chaos in front of the Trenton goal. Heller jammed it down the wall. Couldn't get into the attacking zone with 5 seconds left. Penny has it poked behind him. For helping out, Jackson Bulmer takes a bump as time expires in the second period. Logan Stone trying to make something happen right at the end. We'll take another short break. It's 5-0 West Michigan Varsity after 2 periods of play. Final game of the day in the Oktoberfest Showcase. Stay with us. Last period of the day here on the West Rink at Griff's Ice House. Facility that is now 38 years old. Opened in, I guess in 1987 was when this place opened up. Turning away from the wall, backhanding a pass in front, and Packard got it to the front. Packard gets it back. Sharp angle score. Great pass across from Mead to Packard. He rips it up top, and it's 6-0. Another point for Mead. Packard gets his first goal of the weekend. Brady Penny was also lurking around. He had an earlier chance. And in the opening minute, 45 seconds into the third period, to be specific, West Michigan grows its lead to 6, and it's a running clock now. West Michigan has made Noah Kitchen move left to right, right to left. Here they come again, and a cross crease pass. Doesn't connect onto James Walker, who planted his big body in front of the blue paint. Up the left wing, Trenton Verjoso lost the puck, but Cam Zadek dropped it back and spun around the horn behind the West Michigan goal. Lewandowski, head man pass, where they just wide of the goal for an icing call, as it did not connect to Miles T. I believe the rule is a 5-goal margin triggers the running clock in the third period. So we were already there, and now West Michigan has added another. Two points for Packard. I've got him for a goal and an assist. I'm only tracking primary assists, by the way, too. Tough to do that when we're calling the game to do any more than that, I should say. Do the best I can. Natividad rubbed it around. Trouble there for a moment, as Berker couldn't get it below the top of the circles, but turned over by Sladich under some heavy forechecking pressure. And hard pass from Cameron Rowe. Karam's off the side of his own goal, and right back into the clutches of West Michigan. From in front by Morse, off the pad of Kitchen. That's a good play. This is, again, cause Trenton to go look for the puck. You shoot it, you make the opponent turn around and look for it. That gets them on their heels. Saucered down the length of the rink, all 200 feet. But no icing, as I believe Berker got a piece of it. Berker takes it, skates to the left wing, drop pass, Morris, good move, backhand, snatched by Kitchen. It was going wide, I believe. He decides to hold on to it just to be safe. Gavin Morris, a defenseman, but showing a nose for offense on that rush. Love this look from right atop the face-off circle. Don't mind being close, but I'd rather be up high if I'm close to the rink. Bedoin put the puck in his skates to shield it away from pressure. Worked momentarily, but Davison couldn't get by. The pressure of Fragoso out at the point. Vollmer takes the pass in over the blue line. Vollmer looks up toward the net. Got a man there. That's the defenseman, Harrison Heller. Vollmer, pass across, intercepted by Fragoso, and he tried to lead it ahead for Chase Zunich, but didn't fall on his stick. Actually, that's Zajac, I believe. Either way, didn't work out for Trenton. Lewandowski. Numbers are tough to read on some of these Trenton jerseys. Bedoin, a wrist shot from the off wing. Kitchen fought it off. Loose puck. 3 West Michigan players around the net, but neither of them could get it. Bruce has not been a busy guy lately. Stopped a couple of early breakaways, though, or I should say clean-cut chances. One of them a true breakaway. The other one more of a rush look. Kitchen lowers the shoulder. Backhand. Foose makes the save there on cue. That's Van Kitchen turning the corner. 10:20 left. A running clock situation, third period. West Michigan apparently on the verge of moving to 1-1 for the showcase. Bedoin centers it, and it's away from the reach of Vollmer out to center ice. Lifted back in by Tanner Hogan. Pavlovsky skates out of his own end for the Trenton Blades. Player number 9 jams it off the wall right in front of the bench of West Michigan and punched back out to center. Van Kitchen will try the left wing this time. Shooting, block, came right back to him. Tried to scoop it in front from out of his skates. Didn't quite work as Vollmer intercepts. And clears it ahead. Angle play, chasing after it Mead. Instead, Packard catches up. Mead is open. Packard's pass broken up. Good stick from Brian Wright of Trenton to prevent that play from happening. Van Kitchen, distance shot. Gobbled up. Glove save by Foose, but a penalty behind the play. Too many men on the ice, it looks like. Yep, 6 players on the ice. I can count them right now for West Michigan. That's what happens sometimes when you play together only infrequently. Heck, it happens for teams who do play together frequently. So with 9:20 left, the penalty called, and Lewandowski will serve with his officially a bench marker. First penalty of the night for West Michigan. 9:19 to go in the third. First power play for Trenton. And a quick clear for West Michigan, courtesy of Michael Mead. Mead's a senior for Rockford, so is Packard, so is Balmer. Could be a good year for the Rams in the OK Conference. They've had a couple of down years recently. Snapshot from Van Kitchen, careens into the corner, and given away by Logan Stone. He looked a little confused there as he dumped to the corner, but his teammates weren't ready for that. Hard skating for Miles Teague, shorthanded. Left it behind, but got it into the attacking zone. Left it there for Sladich. Clicks it across onto the twig of Cameron Rowe. Rowe's got a little bit of room to the outside, so he takes it. 34 seconds to go on the power play. The pass comes loose for Sladich, and his shot was blocked in front by Teague. Teague chases after it. 3 West Michigan players on the wall. They get the puck. Mead sends it ahead. Escaping to the outside. Now a dipsy-do move. Penny right there. Hit the crossbar. Short-handed chance. Nearly made it 7-0. And he slams his stick on the ice as he tries to get back into the play. Sladich dropped it. Drag move from Zajac. Couldn't get the shot away. Sharp angle chance this time. And Foose makes the save. Crashing into the goal is Stone, but he couldn't get the rebound. There was none. With 7:47 to go in the third period. Clock continues to move as we're back to 5-on-5. Packard, Lewandowski, and Mead. 2 in the second, both by Davidson. 1 here in the third. So far from Packard. Face-off win by Trenton and slugged right to the goal. Foose makes that save. We'll do it again from that same left face-off dot. Drop of the puck, and West Michigan controls this time. Natividad. 3-man rush. This pass deflected behind the goal. Walker's on first for West Michigan. Good sharp feed. Out to the point, cutting in Kovic, trying to create some space. Shot it off the glove of Noah Kitchen, but it's still loose. Over to the near corner. Natividad on the goal line. Put it out in front. Walker couldn't pull it out of his skates. But still, WMV on the puck. Out to the point. An attempted shot down the boards by Teague. Blocked by Fragoso. And that forces West Michigan to retreat. 6:30 left. Teague to the outside. Hooks up over the line to Natividad. Lost control of the puck. On the pull-up. Shoved ahead by Chase Zunich. And Trenton changing ahead of the play. Walker to the outside. Good speed. He's on that puck. Pulls up. Stuffed it in front off the body of Kitchen. Turning chance by Barker. And right into the belly of Kitchen. And he holds on. Under 6 to go in the third. Thank you so much for joining the broadcast. Balmer tried to center after changing the angle, getting a little bit deeper. Detail game for East Grand Rapids and Catholic Central here in West Michigan. always open to other opportunities. Lewandowski pulled it back into the zone. He's offside. I do see most of these West Michigan varsity players over the course of the year, in one form or another. Most of these players I'm very familiar with. Good to see folks coming in from the eastern side of the state. Come see what Grand Rapids has to offer. Of course, West Michigan being quite rude as hosts at the moment against Trenton. Bedoin a pull-up shot. That missed the target. Might have been deflected. Down low. Tossed it far corner. Pitching up to keep the play alive. Miles T. Lifted it down the boards. I might say it's going to be construed as garbage time, but you don't get to play that often with your teammates at this level. We try to enjoy every minute. Here's a decent scrum in the corner as players are falling all over each other. Harrison Heller ended up on top of, that's Slater? I can't quite tell for Trenton, down on all fours. That's Braden Pett. Number 16. 4:13 to go. Play halted. And there is a penalty, at least one called from that situation. 4:05 to go. Nope, two penalties. One to either side. I misspoke earlier. I said that was the first penalty to West Michigan. It was not. It was the first penalty that led to a power play for Trenton. And again, we won't have a power play. This is the second time we've had coincidental minors issued from the same sequence. Well, that's the definition of coincidental, of course. Morse poked it into the corner, and we are going to have a penalty here, though. It looks like just one of them. Referee's pointing to someone saying it's a cross-check. And it's on Trenton. It's on Logan Stone. About to be a power play for just the second time for West Michigan. Almost the entirety of this game has been played at even strength. 3:18 left in the third. Cross-check. West Michigan controls the face-off. Can they make it 7 goals? We're under 3 minutes to go in the third period and in the game, of course. The scoreline being what it is. Morse controls, looks back to the point, fed it to Lewandowski. His shot was blocked. Cooper Rowan on the rebound. Dished it back, rolling puck to Lewandowski. It's getting a little rough here late in the third period. Backtracking, Davison shot it. It's a save, rebound, score. Put into the net for a power play goal by Mark Braden at the side of the net, making it 7-0. Davison gets an assist, big night for him. Braden's first goal of the weekend. I've got Davison down for 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists. The power play goal with 2:30 left in the third. Second power play goal of the night for West Michigan. They're 2 for 2 on the advantage. Are the boys in beige? Twice make Trenton pay for penalties. They take control of this face-off. Skating it through traffic, Tanner Kovic. To the right dot, right there against Kitchen. Hit the crossbar. A quick rising shot. Kovic left it behind. So West Michigan asserting themselves in this game. Could be another shutout. Could be our third of the day in 6 games. Picked off by Packard, sent it out in front, deflected away by Fregoso. Out the center, it goes. Excuse me, that was tipped by Pavlovsky, number 8, or number 9, not number 8. Those numbers are rather thin, so tough to read sometimes on first glance. These numbers are not hard to read. Full credit to whoever designed these uniforms. Very good for a broadcaster like myself to pick up. Mead pulls it off the boards, 1:24 to go. The pass to the point, low shot. Kitchen handles that with the glove and cradles it with the stick. Miles Teague got it there from 55 feet away, out by the left point. One last line change perhaps. Clock moves during the stoppage in a 7-goal game. 1:03 remaining. Solid bounce back performance from West Michigan Varsity to close out the first day of the showcase. Errant shot from Van Kitchen. Ends up below the goal line. Davison Pivoting and looking up ice. Snapped it right over the head of one of the Trenton forward checkers. Whoever gets the job done at this point. Natividad takes a bump. At this stage, Trenton just trying to break the shutout. Going to play hard to the end for Coach Charles Kitchen. Natividad up ahead. Berger shooting, and he's wiped out after the shot. And the save was made by Kitchen. And do we have a penalty coming up? I'm not sure, actually. 12 seconds left. I don't think so. Looks like we'll stay 5-on-5. And Noah Kitchen, the goalie, is coming out of the net because he sees the writing on the wall. Time's going to run out. There's the buzzer. West Michigan Varsity wins it 7-0 over the Trenton Blades. 4 points for Davison, Drew Davison, Traverse City Central senior forward. Outstanding day. Lewandowski, a goal and an assist. Also a goal and an assist for Jonah Packard. Mark Braden scored in this game. Jackson Bulmer got an early tally. Michael Mead on the board too for West Michigan. And Holden Foose picks up the shutout. Trenton drops to 0-2 in the tournament. Trenton will have one more chance to pick up a victory. That'll be tomorrow against Traverse City in the early game on the East Rink, 9:30. Meanwhile, West Michigan Varsity can wait until 12:30 before they'll be challenged by the Oakland Junior Grizzlies, also on East Rink, to wrap up the showcase. Thanks again for watching the Oktoberfest 18U showcase here from Griff's Ice House at Belknap Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm Matt Gajtka, for the entire Berger family as well, for helping to put this together. And on behalf of West Michigan Varsity, thank you for watching all throughout the day. And I'll talk to you next time. God bless. Have a